Access to food, healthcare, education, shelter, and emotional support are the fundamentals every young child needs and deserves. But there are children in communities around the world who are deprived of these very basic essentials. There are a staggering 140 million orphans across the world, and the numbers are only rising. These children have experienced more agony in their short lives than most of us could ever imagine. United Hands Relief established the Orphan Sponsorship Program to ensure the livelihood of orphaned children in Palestine, Jordan, and East Africa are being met. UHR offers one-to-one sponsorship. Through sponsors like you, our team is able to provide nutritious meals, clothing, essential healthcare, education, and other basic necessities to orphans, while sponsors receive regular updates and photos on the little ones they support. Your sponsorship will help give a child the opportunity to be happy, healthy, and educated. With your support, we can make sure that orphans and vulnerable children get all the opportunities you'd want for your own children. For just $65 a month, you can alleviate the worries of an orphan and a widow. Sponsor an orphan today. Change a life forever. Less than 5% of a total of 1.2 million orphans in Yemen have been sponsored, leaving 95% completely vulnerable. As a result of the brutally persistent conflict, many children not only lose one or both parents, but are also forced into early marriages or child labor, which leads to missing out on their rights to education and the opportunity of building a brighter future for themselves. Pure Hands is a U.S.-based nonprofit working exclusively in Yemen, and we believe that orphan sponsorship is the most effective way to end child poverty. Sponsoring an orphan not only addresses a child's physical needs, it also has an extraordinary impact on their self-esteem. From the moment an orphan hears they've been sponsored, the exhilaration and delight they feel is indescribable. Knowing that a stranger from across the world has thought to help change their life. Pure Hands Child Protection Program brings ease to an orphan's life through both financial and psychological support. We are committed to assisting in the purchase of food, school supplies, clothing, and essential healthcare services, as well as providing psychological support sessions to children who have been traumatized by the overwhelming amount of loss and sorrow they've endured in the last several years. Your love and support means more than you can imagine. We need your hand in helping protect our children of Yemen. Donate now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everybody. We are so excited to have you here with us today and joining us for our event, Crafting Smiles. Really, this event is our goal to encompass what we believe Ramadan and the best deeds are about, which is crafting smiles for ourselves and sharing those beautiful smiles with everyone all around us. So we are so excited to be hosting you with our event here today. We have a wonderful agenda all set up for you, in which we'll be going through a couple of really fun activities. We'll be designing a full Eid banner, as well as we'll be doing Eid cards. A couple of other things we'll be doing throughout the event. We'll be sharing some amazing, wonderful learning lessons, and I guess you can call them life secrets or hacks for you that you'll be able to use. And we'll start by sharing one of those with you now, inshallah. The first lesson that we have for you is that you don't have to be good at something to enjoy doing it. So to give you an example of that, I'm not very good at arts and crafts, but inshallah, I have all of my materials here with me today, and I'm going to have a great time doing arts and crafts with you, starting with doing our Eid banner. At this time, I'm going to bring in Sister Nida from Crafty Soul to join us. Sister Nida is a social shiro, mashallah. She works with several different organizations in her hometown, helping out, volunteering, especially for programs with kids and bringing smiles to other people. As well as Sister Nida works to make calls and encourage people to donate for our various projects that we have. The main project that we want to talk to you about throughout this event, and we'll mention some more to you, is we will be raising funds for Eid gifts for children in Gaza and in Yemen. But more about that later. At this time, I'd like to bring in Sister Nida. Welcome, Sister Nida.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Zaid. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to get started, and I'm excited to put some of this to work. My mom doesn't believe that I'm doing this arts and crafts, so I want to show her an awesome banner and some amazing Eid cards to share with the whole family, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah, today, because we are making a wonderful and a very easy Eid banner that we all can just make at home. So should we begin? Are you ready, Zaid?
Let's get started.
So first, before we start, we need something to make this banner, of course, and we just need some construction papers, simple stationery that everybody have at their home. We need some glue, tape, string or ribbon, anything that you can use, and especially a ruler, a scale to measure our banner cards. So let's begin. So the first step to make the banner is to cut a shape like this that we will use for our banner. And I'm just using colorful construction paper, which you all might have at home. So we will start by taking one construction paper and we will fold it into half, like this. I just took A4 size color construction paper and just fold it into half. Now, using a ruler, I'm just gonna divide the paper into two halves. That's easy, right? Easy to follow. Now, with my ruler, I will try to make a triangle at the end of my half construction paper that I just cut this way. Can you see? You can see that there is a triangle at the end of my one half. Now, using my scissors, I'm just going to cut the triangle. So this is an easy Eid banner that you can do at home with your kids, and kids who are watching me while you are using scissors, make sure you use it carefully. So this is how your Eid banner card should look like. And since Eid Mubarak is, okay, let's count the word E-I-D, Eid, and Mubarak, M-U-B-A-R-A-K. So all together we need 10 like these to make our banner. So it's completely your choice. Either you want to go with one color for entire banner, or you want to choose different kind of colors. Like, I really like mixed colors, so I decided to choose maybe red, orange, and green. So first, we will cut more like these, and we will make 10 of these for the alphabets. So I have already cut some alphabets, letters for our Eid, like E and I and D. And I used construction paper to cut them. I use the red paper because I'm using light pastel colors. There is a quick hack or a trick. If you're using dark colors for your banner, for example, you're using dark color for your banner backdrop, you can always choose light colors or pastel colors for the letters or the alphabets. But in case, like me, you are using very light pastel colors for your Eid banner, you can always go for darker shade of Eid or alphabets. I hope Brother Zaid is also following us, making this easy peasy Eid Mubarak banner. So I'm just going to cut 10 like these because we need a lot of these to make our Eid Mubarak banner. Okay. I'm going to use my ruler again because I'm going to make more of these. So you simply have to just fold a paper like that, and then you just cut the paper into half, and then at the end of the paper you draw the triangle. So the triangles we are cutting, just save them because we will be doing something interesting with these remaining triangles at the end. So make sure you are saving these triangles because we are not wasting paper, right? While doing craft, we make sure that we are not wasting a lot of paper. So I'm just gonna cut this. Look, another one is ready. I'm using blue, I'm using nude, I'm using pastel pink, and I'm using all the pastel colors. You can see. So with our Eid banners, you don't have to stick to what I am doing. If you feel like coloring your Eid banner, if you feel like decorating your Eid banner with gems and stickers and all kind of fun craft, you can always do that. Because we are making a Eid banner which is easy and which everybody can make at home with the stuff which is available. Because of our current situation, most of us would be celebrating Eid at home, right? We are not going anywhere because of maybe there are few places open and we are trying to keep ourselves safe. Okay, so we'll make sure that we have 10 of our banner cards ready, and once we have these ready, we will start putting our alphabet letters on them. So I will begin with the letter E, and of course I'm using glue to paste it here. Make sure you glue it properly and from top to bottom and to clear ends. And then you can put this E in the center. Look, this E for Eid is ready. I think you all are getting excited because I just can't wait to see my banner ready for Eid, right? Now, I'm using another color for I for Eid. And you know, you can easily cut these alphabets. You can draw them. If you don't want to cut them, you can use any marker. You can use any color paper. You can also use printed paper like I used in this one. If you see, this E has a little stripes on it. So my E is ready, I is ready, and I'm waiting for my another alphabet, which would be D. Yes, of course. So we'll make sure that we use the glue properly to glue our letters, alphabets, so they stick properly to our banner. So I'm going to glue it 2 ways. I'm going to put it here, paste it nicely, and we are getting there. Look, we have E, I, T. So we are coming along with our E banner. We will just keep them here. And now we will start with the letter M because we are making Eid Mubarak. So here is the glue. What you can do to make your task easier, the pro tip is cut all the cards, the background cards first for the banner, these cards. Cut all 10 of them first, and then it will be so easy for you, like me, to put the letters one by one instead of I'm going to put letter M. I think it's such an easy craft, isn't it? Look, our M is here. Now we will go to U, and I'm using green with red. So festive, right? Did you ever think like we can always make nice, beautiful Eid Mubarak banners using construction paper, glue, and string? And I think all the craft lovers have that at home all the time, right? Okay, oopsie. I didn't mean to hurt the glue. Okay, here is our U. The letter U is ready. Now we need to do B. And then, what do you think? What letter comes after B in Mubarak? Is it A or is it K? I think it's letter A. I'm trying to glue it nicely because this banner will go on my wall. So I don't want any letter to come off. It has to stick properly. Here is letter B. Now I'm going to do letter A. I'm using different colors because maybe on Eid I can put it with nice pastel color balloons. A banner with balloons. Exciting, isn't it? It sounds really exciting to me. So, before we put this banner aside, I will recap all the steps for you at the end. Don't worry. Mubarak R and A and K. We are almost there. So if you like more colorful stuff, you can always add pom-pom stickers, stars, and if you are too good with drawing, you can always try drawing something really nice for your Eid banner. Maybe a star or a moon. After A, we have our letter R. We need another A, right? Make sure you glue the letters properly because sometimes if you don't glue them properly, they can come off your banner. And after you put the glue, you just spread it with your fingers so the glue is everywhere. you can always use the back of the glue to push it through. Last, we have our letter K. So there can always be some glue outside your letter, which is fine. Craft is all about making some mess, right? It's okay if you're making some mess and learning something. That's okay. That's completely fine. As long as you're enjoying the craft, that all matters. So making an Eid banner is definitely something that we all will enjoy. And we all look forward to celebrate Eid. Okay. So now I see all my alphabets are ready, starting from E to K. But now what we need to do, we need a string or a ribbon. Like, you can have anything. I have string, I have ribbon. So I think I will use this ribbon to put them all together. If you don't have a ribbon, if you have a string, or if you have any other yarn at home, you can use that too. You don't need to get these things. Whatever is available, you can use that. Now there is a choice. You can also use glue to stick them, or you can always use some tape.
Less than 5% of a total of 1.2 million orphans in Yemen have been sponsored, leaving 95% completely vulnerable. As a result of the brutally persistent conflict, many children not only lose one or both parents, but are also forced into early marriages or child labor, which leads to missing out on their rights to education and the opportunity of building a brighter future for themselves. Pure Hands is a U.S.-based nonprofit working exclusively in Yemen, and we believe that orphan sponsorship is the most effective way to end child poverty. Sponsoring an orphan not only addresses a child's physical needs, it also has an extraordinary impact on their self-esteem. From the moment an orphan hears they've been sponsored, the exhilaration and delight they feel is indescribable. Knowing that a stranger from across the world has thought to help change their life. Pure Hands Child Protection Program brings ease to an orphan's life through both financial and psychological support. We are committed to assisting in the purchase of food, school supplies, clothing, and essential healthcare services, as well as providing psychological support sessions to children who have been traumatized by the overwhelming amount of loss and sorrow they've endured in the last several years. Your love and support means more than you can imagine. We need your hand in helping protect our children of Yemen. Donate now.
I think in my case, I would rely on tape rather than gluing it, because this is a little shiny, so it might not hold my glue. Other great option is a stapler. Honestly, it will save so much time. If you have a stapler, you can actually put the ribbon out like this, and ta-da! And you can put the letters easily. You can, like, there's the ribbon, and I'll show you. You can just put the ribbon at the back like that, and one staple here, and your job is done. But we are using tape, and we will start from the letter E. Let's begin with the letter E. So first thing, you should measure how much string or yarn or ribbon do you need to make it. So I think you can measure it by, let's see, if you have a ruler, just I will start from, let's say, start from 1 inch to, this is 12 inch. So you might need at least 24 inches. So 12 and 12 can make 24, right? If you want some space and you want your banner to cover the entire area of the wall, in that way you should take like maybe 36 inches. That's your own choice. And if you want to put something in between your alphabets, you can take it longer. So for now, I'm just going to take it. The string. And put it here. Before we start, you should organize and arrange your alphabets. In that way, it will be easy for you and you won't misspell anything in your banner. We don't want to misspell our banner because we are putting so much effort to make this one. So we don't need these now. Maybe we can use them in our other craft. So my Eid is here ready. And then I'm going to arrange my Mubarak. Okay, remember we cut some triangles? Please don't throw these. We will use them in something interesting. Let's save them for the end because I don't want you guys to waste any paper. MUBARAK. And K. Wow, I'm so excited. So, I have this ring ready with me. And now I'm going to put, and because I told you guys I'm using tape, you guys can use glue, you guys can use a stapler, you can also use tape, anything you have. So you can see all our letters are ready. And this is how I'm going to tape it. Okay, while using the tape, make sure you are putting, and if you're using the glue, make sure you're putting the glue nicely, evenly on all ends because you don't want your banner to rip or to come off. Okay, so this is the letter E here. Now we will move on with the letter I. How does this look? Getting there, right? Now we will see the letter I. It's a very easy peasy Eid Mubarak banner that we all can do at home. And trust me, you don't need a lot of stuff for it. If you have construction papers, here you go. If you have tape, if you have scissors. Craft is fun. And Eid craft is more fun. So, we are getting there. Oh. So
Well, I'm a little bit further behind than you, Nida, but I have my letters all cut out here. What do you think?
Oh, it's wonderful. You are too good with your dimensions. I love it.
I had to do a couple of remakes, but this is what it'll look like on the paper here. And gold happens to be my favorite color, so I'm really, really excited about how it'll look. And to cut the bottom of my page, I actually used my favorite iftar plate. So I lined up my plate, I drew it, and I cut it. because I'm not the best at cutting in straight lines. So that made it a little bit easier for me, alhamdulillah.
But I am glad you shared that. I think the viewers who are watching, especially kids, maybe some of them would like your idea of using a plate rather than just going for straight lines.
Absolutely. And I think that's the really the beauty and the fun of arts and crafts is you can use anything that you have at home. You can cut new things, you can bring some stickers, you can use markers, you can use whatever you like. And in addition to that, you can move at whatever pace or with whatever timing works best for you. So if you feel like we're moving a little bit too fast for you, then you can definitely pause the video or take a little bit of a break. You can do it over a day or over a weekend. Those are all options to you, but definitely feel free to do it in however you feel the best doing it, inshallah.
That's very true, because everybody has their own pace, and maybe people want to do it as a project for a week with kids. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so here is how we are approaching with our banner.
Very nice, mashallah. We spoke earlier as well about appreciating what we do. And can anybody tell me the best way to show our appreciation? I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it, inshallah. And the best way, the best way to show our appreciation, you might have guessed it right, is to say Alhamdulillah. Yes. And remember that throughout doing these arts and crafts and throughout doing these amazing activities and being in the amazing blessed month of Ramadan, we should always be saying Alhamdulillah, and we should be saying it on a regular basis. So as you are going about doing this project, please keep reminding yourself and allow me to remind you to keep saying Alhamdulillah and be grateful for what we have. Be grateful for this opportunity to take part in arts and crafts. And I know that from our side, we are so grateful to be here with you. And Alhamdulillah for the opportunity to get to know you and to put together some beautiful Eid banners. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, that's true, right?
Another place that I'd like for you to think about is to think about other kids potentially that don't have the same opportunities, other kids that may never get to do arts and crafts in their life because there may be certain other challenges and struggles that are there for them. Ramadan is a time for us to reflect, for us to look at ourselves and everybody around the world, to see all of the different people that maybe have a little bit less than us and think to ourselves, how can we help them? And part of this event is sharing smiles all over the world, inshallah. And one way in which you can do that is we are raising funds for aid gifts for children in Gaza and in Yemen. Now, Gaza as well as Yemen are two places where, unfortunately, there is a lot of struggle. Life is very hard. And when life is very hard, those people that look just like me and they look just like you, they may struggle for everyday things. They might never have gotten an Eid gift or an arts and crafts event. For us to reflect, for us to share with those less fortunate, that is the spirit of Ramadan. So even if you have $1, even if you have 1 quarter, 25 cents, please think of people and especially children all around the world. And especially when we are getting our Eid money, for us to think about how we can help those less fortunate and how we can share the beautiful smiles with everyone all around the world, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. That's a beautiful message. So we are almost there with our banner. As you see, it's we started off with Eid, Eid, and then it's approaching to Mubarak. And I'm just gonna put more letters on it. So it's okay if you want to do your letters this way, or maybe you can use a stapler or glue to tape them or to make them hold it better. But what I would suggest that put it the other way and then tape it. So we have MUBAR. So step by step makes arts and craft very easy. So because we cut all the cards before, then we put the letters on it, and now we have everything ready and we are just putting it all together to make our beautiful Eid banner. So, but you can follow any step anytime. There is no rule in arts and craft. If you want to cut the alphabets one day, you can do that one day. If you want to work on your background the other day, you can always do that. So craft is for fun. So take it as fun and enjoy doing it. And as Brother Zed mentioned, that we all can do anything, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So if we try, we can actually make something. So that's a good thing to start with. And here I'm cutting lots and lots of tape because I don't want my banner to go here and there. I want it to be really nice and fixed. And I don't want to mess up with my banner spelling, so I keep checking if I'm going in the right direction. Yes, MUBAR. What are we missing? A and K. And that's wonderful. We are almost there. So, Alhamdulillah, we all should be saying it. And because we are so blessed that there are kids, as Brother Zed mentioned, that are like suffering and don't have enough. And we should be very, very thankful to Allah. And we should be saying Alhamdulillah for every little blessing that we have, and we are able to celebrate and we are able to share happiness with each other. And we can always help our brothers and sisters in need by making donations, or even if we cannot make a donation, we can always make a prayer for them. That's the best thing we can do for anyone, right? So if we start from Eid, I'll show you. Okay, let me show you. So it is like Eid, and then all the way going to Mubarak. I think the last letter that I have to put is K. Make sure you organize your letters properly so there's no problem. I'm on the last letter K. And I really like how Brother Zed followed our instruction and he was able to cut beautiful letters in gold color and on white. And that's so creative. If you think you don't like the end part, like this being line, you can always follow whatever design you want. Maybe you can cut it into zigzag. Maybe you want to do something else. So here is our banner. But before we put up this banner, we'll make sure that everything is intact. Nothing is falling down. And then for you, I can review the Eid Mubarak banner, which is, okay, so this is Mubarak, and here comes the Eid. So you can see our Eid Mubarak banner. And we are almost done with it.
That looks beautiful, mashallah.
Jazakallah. I think it looks perfect for a perfect Eid party.
Well, and that's really the most beautiful part about it is no matter how you decide to do it, inshallah, cutting the letters or your banners, and even if the letters are backwards or upside down or right side up, as long as you're having fun and as long as you're enjoying, that's what's important.
Yes, and I think this banner is easy to make in the way that it has just colorful papers and colorful text, and it can go on your wall. And you can also add some balloons if you want to make it more fancy. That can be other thing. Yes.
I also got these lovely little stickers that you can put on. They're called rhinestone stickers. So I was thinking about adding those around the letters, and I thought that would look really pretty as well.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea, Brother Zed. We can always, like, even with markers or colors, if you like to draw, because kids love drawing, they love to draw, so they can draw anything they want on this too. And if you don't want to use paper for your alphabets, you can always use a Sharpie or a pen or a marker to write the alphabets. That can be done too.
Absolutely. And also, I wanted to mention, as we're doing this, I feel very happy to be able to do this. Now, there's other times, like earlier, when I was mentioning the situation for other people. And sometimes those situations are very sad. And that's okay too. Sometimes we feel happy, and sometimes we feel sad. Sometimes we may feel otherwise. We may feel excited. We may feel angry. All of the emotions, all of the things that we feel are from Allah. And the reason that we can feel those things is because for all of those different things, that's what creates us as people, and that's what creates us as Muslims. So please keep in mind that there's sometimes that we may be happy or sometimes that we may be sad, but it's very, very important that no matter what we're feeling, we remember Allah. So please keep Allah in your mind, especially in the month of Ramadan. Say Alhamdulillah and keep reminding yourself, whether throughout this activity or when you're helping others, or when you might be helping your mom in the kitchen or your dad in the garage or your brother, sister, cousin, anyone. Do it with a smile, say Alhamdulillah, and feel good when you do it, inshallah.
Inshallah. And Alhamdulillah, we are able to finish our beautiful banner, which is ready to go on my wall. And I'm super excited because I will save it for my Eid. And since I told you in the beginning that the triangles that we cut from the end of our banner cards, we will not waste them because I don't think wasting paper would be a good idea because these looks like perfect triangles. And we will use them in our other activity that would be making lovely, beautiful Eid cards. So are you all ready for that? So before we start our Eid cards, let me just put this lovely banner aside. Okay, so one way of putting this banner nicely, if you have made it like 2 or 3 days before Eid, so you can actually fold it in this way, like parallel, and your banner won't get smushy or won't get marked. Look, and then you can use the string to tie it along, and here is your banner ready to go. So we are done with our beautiful Eid Mubarak banner. So what we did, do you want a quick recap? Okay. So for making an Eid Mubarak banner, you just need some construction papers of your choice. You can take any color. Then you need a pair of scissors, tape, glue, a ruler of course, and some string or ribbon. So you start by taking a paper, folding into half, taking one half, and making a triangle at the end like this. Once you're done with the triangle, cut the triangle and it should look like this. Then you can either write one alphabet on each of this, or you can cut and paste alphabet each one on this, like Eid Mubarak. Then you can simply take a ribbon or a string or a yarn, anything that's available, and then just put it and stick them together in the proper sequence, organization with Eid Mubarak, and then your Eid Mubarak banner is ready to go. So we are ready with our Eid Mubarak banner, and I'm so excited. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, I was able to finish it. Now I'm gonna move to my next craft, which is making an Eid card. So making an Eid card is very, very easy. I know you all love making Eid cards, and Alhamdulillah, every time when we are making Eid cards, we make sure that we put a lot of effort, especially if we are making it for our loved one, for our friends, for our family. So for Eid card, you can actually use the same construction paper. If you don't want to use construction paper, same construction paper comes in a harder texture, which is called cardboard. If you don't have cardboard, I will suggest you using the same construction paper. But here I am also using the construction paper, and I've picked the color red. So now it's all your choice if you want to make 2 cards of one paper or you want to make one big card of one paper. Because I have lots of friends and I have lots of family members to whom I need to give these Eid cards. So I'm gonna make 2 cards out of one construction paper. So let's begin.
Access to food, healthcare, education, shelter, and emotional support are the fundamentals every young child needs and deserves. But there are children in communities around the world who are deprived of these very basic essentials. There are a staggering 140 million orphans across the world, and the numbers are only rising. These children have experienced more agony in their short lives than most of us could ever imagine. United Hands Relief established the Orphan Sponsorship Program to ensure the livelihood of orphaned children in Palestine, Jordan, and East Africa are being met. UHR offers one-to-one sponsorship. Through sponsors like you, our team is able to provide nutritious meals, clothing, essential healthcare, education, and other basic necessities to orphans, while sponsors receive regular updates and photos on the little ones they support. Your sponsorship will help give a child the opportunity to be happy, healthy, and educated. With your support, we can make sure that orphans and vulnerable children get all the opportunities you'd want for your own children. For just $65 a month, you can alleviate the worries of an orphan and a widow. Sponsor an orphan today. Change a life forever.
Here is my construction paper. We will follow the simple step of equal. We will just put and fold the one paper, this one paper equally. Just fold it equally, then fold it another way, making another fold. If you have a scissor or if you have a ruler, the best way is to run through your scissor against the paper This will help you making a very smooth fold. Now do you see the fold? Now using my ruler, I don't want to use the scissors because I've seen with scissors I'm not good with accurate shapes. I want to keep it consistent and I'm just gonna tear it off. Okay, so now it's your choice. I like my eat card to go like this way or this way, and for my other eat cards I might make it this way. I'm still using the paper that the other half that I saved from my eat banner. So look, if you don't like going this way, you can always make a card in this way. So I've chose red, this beautiful green, and then how about we make one in orange. So let's start with our eat card. So of course, eat card should be very special, and because you're sending your feelings to others, you want to say them Eid Mubarak because we all have fasted throughout the month of Ramadan and everybody looks forward to celebrate Eid. So Eid Mubarak card is something that is very, very personal and people would like to write special messages to their friends and family. So I would like to make a beautiful moon on my e-card. For that I'm using this extra paper that I saved. So you can actually make a moon using any round thing. I'm using this tape. You can simply make a letter C. So the easiest way of making moon is to make a letter C and then try to give it a shape of a moon. I know it's not that. Look, so this is how I made the moon. So I just used any round thing. If you have like a cap, if you have anything that is round and circular, you can use that. Now I'm going to cut this beautiful moon for my Eid Mubarak, special Eid Mubarak card. Alhamdulillah. It's such a good way of reminding. I like it how brother said, mentioned the importance of saying Alhamdulillah, and we should be thankful to Allah for every little thing we do. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So I'm trying to cut my mold very nicely, and I hope this card is easy to make for everyone. If you like stars, how about making some stars too? So this is my card here, and I am going to put the moon. I'm using glue again to put my moon on the card. Make sure while using glue, you always put it nicely, evenly on all the ends without merging it towards the center. So here you go. This is the best feeling when you're excited and you know who are you, like when you're making this card for someone who will be so happy to get this card. So here, if you see, is the moon that I just got. And now I'm going to cut a beautiful little star for my card. Okay, making a star is very easy. So how should I show you? So you make one triangle like that. Then you add another triangle. Then you add another triangle. So you can actually add 4 triangles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 triangles and your star is ready to go. With the moon, you can always add some sparkles. If you don't like stars, you can draw anything of your choice. Maybe you want to just write Eid Mubarak. And that's just fine too. I'm going to cut this beautiful, cute little star. We all love stars, right? Alhamdulillah. Here is my star. And I'm going to put this star here with my moon. We can always, and I'm using a black Sharpie to outline it too. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can use color pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you feel like. Brother Zed, are you following us?
I am actually a little bit behind,
Which is
but I think that's okay because I think my banner is going to look excellent when it's done, inshallah.
That's amazing to know. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I'm about to glue my star now that I just cut for my Eid card. And
Are you getting glue all over the table as well, Sister Nida?
so I'm trying not to do that, but it happens all the time.
Well, that's really the fun and the joy of arts and crafts is you got to get your hands dirty, and that's okay, inshallah. We can always wash them. And wow, beautiful, mashallah.
Okay, so here is our one Eid card that's ready. And I think the color look amazing. I really like the combination. I didn't realize it looks so nice. Although I use like a pastel blue, but it looks like kind of silver gray. And with that, you can use the Sharpie marker to write Eid Mubarak. So this is how it should look. If I can show it here. So this is one of our Eid card. And now let's move on to our other card because I really want to show you one with the color red too.
Wow, red would be beautiful. And I did want to mention, Sister Nida, that we have about 7 minutes remaining. So just to give you a little bit of a time check, inshallah.
Okay, thank you, Brother Zed.
No
Alhamdulillah, we are almost good with time, I think.
And I'm hoping to have my banner done and ready to show you by then.
Yes, because I think I would love to see it before we end this beautiful transmission.
Inshallah,
Because
inshallah,
we have
for
been
sure.
following very thoroughly. So let's see, and I see you are putting a lot of effort.
A lot of effort, and like you mentioned, a lot of glue.
Which is good. Okay. So in the beginning, I told you guys that we are saving these leftover from our banner and we are not wasting them. So this is the right time to use them for your Eid Mubarak cards. So I'm going to paste these two beautiful triangles on the red Eid card because we already did one with moon and stars. So how about we do one with our beautiful triangles? Right? So I'm gonna cut the end of the triangles because it wasn't fitting well. But believe me, you can do anything you want. Like, look, we have some paper left over from the stars. We can always cut that and put that into pieces, and you can use that too. So now I'm gonna glue another triangle because we have lots of triangles there, so I'm not wasting them anyways. I don't like wasting paper because paper is very useful and you can do a lot of fun crafts, right? Now I'm going to make another triangle using some yellow. Alhamdulillah, we are so grateful to Allah that we are happy to have this blessed month of Ramadan, and we are looking forward to Eid, inshallah. So, this is how I'm putting all my triangles, although they look odd and even, but this is how I want the craft to be. And it doesn't even matter if you want to put circles, if you want to cut the little tiny pieces, you just want to do a confetti on your card, that's all your choice. So I'm just cutting more, and I'm gonna glue it right here. And this is this. Another triangle to go. I hope it was very easy for you to follow the Eid card as well as the banner, because it was only construction paper, and kids who love doing craft, I'm sure they have all of this stuff ready at their home. There must be a crafting box where you put your glue, where you put your scissors, where you save all your crafting stuff, right? I think I was always like that. So do you see this one? I just used the triangles that we cut. Using all the triangles, I just put the triangles here. And I'm just going to put Eid Mubarak. And if you know that some of your friends like purple color, somebody likes, like Brother Zaid, like gold color, somebody likes yellow color, you can always make a card of their favorite color too. So here's another card. Here's one of our cards. This is another card. And we have another lid, so let's quickly do the lid. And on this one, we might want to draw something. So you see how we used the triangles, we used everything we had. We didn't get any extra stuff, just using construction paper, glue, and a Sharpie, we made beautiful cards. Isn't it interesting? Alhamdulillah for everything. So another quick detail. Oh, nice!
Are you ready to see it, Sister Nida?
Yeah, I can actually see it on your background, and it looks amazing.
Let me get out of the way so you can all see it. This is my beautiful Eid banner.
This looks amazing, Brother Zeb. You did an awesome job, I would say.
And I promise you that I can spell. There is a K at the end of this. It's just that the camera is cutting it out.
I know, it's hard. It's the length of the banner is too lengthy, and then we cannot like fix it in our camera, right? But it looks amazing.
Absolutely. And I have the perfect spot in mind for where it will go, inshallah. So I'm super, super excited to take a picture and show everyone, inshallah.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. And I hope your mom, you can show it to your mom too, who can say that you can actually do great crafts.
Absolutely. So as you're finishing that last Eid card, I'll give some final remarks to our viewers, inshallah. First and foremost, we want to thank all of you for joining us today. We are so happy, alhamdulillah, that you were able to join us, that we were able to learn together. And I can't wait to see all of the beautiful pictures and videos and beautiful banners and Eid cards that we have been able to share. Please do keep in mind that our theme for the event is crafting smiles. And the idea for that is that we smile. A smile is one of the easiest good deeds. We help others smile, we help our family smile, and very importantly, we help those less fortunate smile. Please, as you're thinking about this, and after that, please think of all of the children and all of the kids that may be struggling, that may not have food or may not have water, and especially certainly do not have Eid gifts. Our goal is to raise money for 500 Eid gifts, 250 in Gaza, and 250 in Yemen. In addition to that, we're also raising for food as well as water security in those areas, where if you want to share your amazing iftar or your amazing suhoor meal or that delicious cup of water after a whole day of not drinking, you can share those items with others. And let that be a reminder that this beautiful month of Ramadan and Eid is a time to share with others, is a time to be patient, and is a time to reflect. Sister Nida, any final thoughts?
I would end by saying that it was such a wonderful experience. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad I was here and I was able to share some craft with the learners who were watching us, and hopefully everybody will try making some kind of Eid banner before Eid. And still, if they feel like they cannot do what we just suggested them, they can always try on their own. And I would like to end by saying the same thing as you said in the beginning, that it's always a good thing to try. Even if we are not perfect at doing anything, just giving it a try is a wonderful thing. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for all of your time, Sister Nida, and for putting this together. I did want to give a shout out to the Crafty Soul, who you can find on Instagram. You can see all of Sister Nida's very easy to follow arts and crafts tutorials, as well as I want to thank our partner organizations for helping put all of this together. I especially want to thank Pure Hands and United Hands for coming together and making this effort, especially for the children in Gaza and in Yemen, and for all of the other partner organizations that joined us here today to take part in this event. We thank you with our hearts. We appreciate you every single day, and we appreciate all of the amazing work that you do. Finally, I want to review the lessons that we shared here with you today. The first lesson was, you don't have to be good at something to appreciate it and to have fun. And the second lesson is to always say Alhamdulillah. Saying Alhamdulillah is the best way to appreciate. And the third lesson is, no matter what you may feel, you can always connect with friends, you can connect with family, you can connect with anyone that you feel close with to share your feelings and to use those feelings to do good, inshallah. Share good with others. Have an amazing remainder of the month of Ramadan. Have a blessed Eid. And thank you so much for joining us here today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Less than 5% of a total of 1.2 million orphans in Yemen have been sponsored, leaving 95% completely vulnerable. As a result of the brutally persistent conflict, many children not only lose one or both parents, but are also forced into early marriages or child labor, which leads to missing out on their rights to education and the opportunity of building a brighter future for themselves. Pure Hands is a U.S.-based nonprofit working exclusively in Yemen, and we believe that orphan sponsorship is the most effective way to end child poverty. Sponsoring an orphan not only addresses a child's physical needs, it also has an extraordinary impact on their self-esteem. From the moment an orphan hears they've been sponsored, the exhilaration and delight they feel is indescribable. Knowing that a stranger from across the world has thought to help change their life. Pure Hands Child Protection Program brings ease to an orphan's life through both financial and psychological support. We are committed to assisting in the purchase of food, school supplies, clothing, and essential healthcare services, as well as providing psychological support sessions to children who have been traumatized by the overwhelming amount of loss and sorrow they've endured in the last several years. Your love and support means more than you can imagine. We need your hand in helping protect our children of Yemen. Donate now. Access to food, healthcare, education, shelter, and emotional support are the fundamentals every young child needs and deserves. But there are children in communities around the world who are deprived of these very basic essentials. There are a staggering 140 million orphans across the world, and the numbers are only rising. These children have experienced more agony in their short lives than most of us could ever imagine. United Hands Relief established the Orphan Sponsorship Program to ensure the livelihood of orphaned children in Palestine, Jordan, and East Africa are being met. UHR offers one-to-one sponsorship. Through sponsors like you, our team is able to provide nutritious meals, clothing, essential healthcare, education, and other basic necessities to orphans, while sponsors receive regular updates and photos on the little ones they support. Your sponsorship will help give a child the opportunity to be happy, healthy, and educated. With your support, we can make sure that orphans and vulnerable children get all the opportunities you'd want for your own children. For just $65 a month, you can alleviate the worries of an orphan and a widow. Sponsor an orphan today. Change a life forever.